Hello children! I hope you are all doing well, eating healthy and keeping safe. Well, today I'm going to tell you a story from the Bible, the story about how Jesus calms the storm based on Mark 4 verse 35 to 41, and how the story teaches us to trust God in all situations and know that He cares for us. So I hope you all enjoy. Jesus calms the storm. One day, Jesus was teaching the people by a lake. Once again, the crowd grew so big that Jesus had to get into a boat and float away from the shore. Then everyone could hear him. There he sat and taught the people many lessons of faith. When evening came, Jesus was very tired. "Let's go over to the other side of the lake," he said. So they left the crowds behind and set sail across the lake. Jesus went to sleep in the back of the sailboat. Suddenly, a terrible storm came. The waves began to break over the sides of the boat, tossing it back and forth. The disciples were frightened. They thought they might die, so they turned to Jesus. "Teacher," they shouted, "don't you care if we drown?" "Help us," they said. Many of the disciples were experienced fishermen and expert sailors. They thought they could handle things on their own and fight with the storm, but they failed. So they woke Jesus up. Jesus got up, faced the storm and the waves, and he simply said, "Quiet, be still." And at his word, the wind stopped blowing and the waters were calm. Imagine the disciples' amazement when the raging waves instantly became calm. Jesus calming the storm provides a starting place for many people who need assurance of God's control over things that seem out of their control. The disciples in the sinking boat faced overwhelming fears. But when Jesus so quickly calmed the storm, their fears were quickly replaced with worship. Many of us, young or old, even children, carry the burden of fear, not realizing that we can run to Jesus for safety. Psalms 91 tells us that a person who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will not fear the terror of night, nor the arrow that flies by day. Even today, we don't have any control over the weather, diseases, and many other things that we are facing now. But just like in the story, like the disciples who learned that no matter how bad a situation seemed, the first thing they needed to do was turn to Jesus. So also in the same way, whenever we face any trouble or situations of fear that we can't seem to handle on our own, let us all look to God, who has the power to protect us in all circumstances, and know that Jesus takes care of us. So children, let us all continue to trust in God no matter what situations we go through in life, and always remember that He cares for us.